Hi, my name's Steve Wakefield and welcome to this section of coachingforbusinesses.com. Today we're going to look at writing and how important writing is to leaders. We are judged by many things, and one of the things we've been judged for years is our writing. In the past it's been memos, reports, documents, similar documents, quarter reports, annual reports, and the style of writing has been fairly formal. But of course, with today's technology, writing has become much more prolific, in that we write in emails, we write in text, we write on social media, and we use things like Instagram to communicate. And when people communicate by speaking, one of the things we do is we look at the body language, which is 60% of what is communicated, with the tone of what we're saying, and the volume of the words that we're using is another 30%. It's just 10% of the actual words themselves when we're actually communicating verbally. Of course, with writing, that's entirely different. It's 100% is the written word, and so therefore we have to be careful of how we write things. By that I mean in a formal process, using a formal tone, conversational tones more in Instagrams and such like social media. Emails can be either formal, depends on your audience, or more informal, conversational. So really it's understanding who you're trying to write to, understanding your status, their status, how you want your message to be perceived. I mean, there are 5 different types of writing. You've got expository, you've got descriptive, you've got narrative, you've got persuasive, and you've got creative. All different styles of writing. I mean, you wouldn't use a narrative, which is where you're describing things. That's really when you're describing pictures. It's more autobiographical. It is where you'd use that. Expository is typically what we use in business, which is facts, figures. This is what it is. This is without any, and you can lead to your opinion. And again, creative is actually creating maybe a report on something that you want to happen, and you're putting facts, figures, but you've also got your own biases and opinions within there as well. So it depends on which style, your audience depends on the style they're actually going to use, which is the point. But in today's world, of course, it's not just about report writing. In today's world, it's all about emails first, and even that's getting used less and less now as we're getting to social media and things like Instagram, instantaneous messages. But emails are so vital. What we need to consider when we're doing any of these electronic methods of communication, of writing, is that once it's sent, it's in the public domain. And for many years now we've been writing without giving that too much thought. Unfortunately, that's now come home to roost for some people, in that some of the things that they put and sent are now coming back years later, and people are judging them based on what they wrote many years ago. And that really brings to the point of when to write, certainly on things like any electronic method of communication, and that is never write things when you're angry and send them. You might write them, but do not send when you're angry. Always reread it, have a look at it. If you're making a valid point, great. Maybe tone down the some of the comments you've made, so that in light of who may read it. And I always say to people, Consider your CEO is going to read this. Consider your competition are going to read this. Or consider your best customer or your best prospect is going to read what you're about to send out. Now send it on that basis. And I think you'll find that some of the things that you may feel right to send at the time, you'll review and have another look at it. So when you're writing, remember anything that you're writing, once you hit that send button, is in the public domain. Remember that your competition may read it, your best customer may read it, your CEO or your manager may read it. So make sure it is polite, it's specific, it's something, and your message that you're trying to portray is accurate. Don't be too vague with them. So oh, and one more thing, bugbear of mine is put a meaningful title in the subject line of any emails. That way, as you're sorting through, it's really easy for you to say, that's one I must read straight away. So on that basis, be careful with your writing. Be creative where you need to be formal where you need to be. If you need any more help, then in my book, So You Want to Be a Leader, I go into a lot more details with this. Look at the website, coachingforbusinesses.com, and contact me. I'd happily have a conversation with you about writing and writing skills. So see you next time. Thanks. Bye.